The wealthy man had half his head unexpectedly severed. Cartilage fragments were placed in a container, and part of the skull had been immersed in liquid nitrogen. The woman instructed the police to lower the room temperature to its absolute minimum to preserve the corpse in the freshest possible state. Then the woman began to wield her supernatural abilities. The male corpse slowly rose, and through a 360-degree examination of the body, she quickly determined the cause of death. At that moment, a tube extended from the man's mouth. Not only were there flies in his half-brain, but a vast forest had also instantly grown there. The woman searched along the forest and soon discovered an even larger stone head statue.
¿Qué ves, Scott?
No es de violencia, ni heridas superficiales, ni marcas defensivas en los brazos.
The woman concluded the cause of death was hypovolemic shock. The killer had inserted a tube into his carotid artery and drained his blood. The entire process was extremely prolonged, suggesting the killer deliberately prolonged his agony. Yet the woman was puzzled. Such a death should be excruciatingly painful. Yet the body showed no signs of struggle. The forensic pathologist nearby explained that the victim had traces of curare, the poison commonly seen in movies used by Native Americans on their arrows. When administered in precise doses, this toxin paralyzes muscles by inhibiting contraction. The killer's intent was to keep the victim fully conscious, forcing him to witness his own blood being drained while watching the collection vessel slowly fill. Residues found on the victim's jaw consisted 99% of olive oil, along with traces of cinnamon and an unidentified compound.
Óleo sacramental.
At this moment, the woman discovered another anomaly in the autopsy report. She requested the coroner perform a bromocresol test. The man asked what other discrepancies she had found. She explained the killer would strike again. The victim hadn't been murdered here. Instead, the victim had been abducted elsewhere, then smuggled past the facility's tight security system. The killer had even taken the time to arrange the body neatly.
Ungió el cuerpo con aceite, como en la extrema unción, pero no untó manos y pies, solo echó el aceite bajo el labio.
The woman declared she'd never witnessed such a bizarre murder case. Truly eye-opening. Her name was Scott, possessing an IQ of 242, making her the smartest person on Earth. This led to her recruitment as the Red Queen for Europe's secret police organization. What seemed like a bright future unexpectedly turned into a curse, ultimately costing her everything. Every morning, her first act was an attempt at suicide. She had tried hanging, burning, stabbing, hundreds of methods, yet all had failed. On this particular day, her former employer arrived to request the Red Queen's return to active duty, leading to the opening scene. Meanwhile, a wealthy heiress was preparing to bring a prized Akal Teke horse home. Her wealthy father had specially arranged for his most trusted bodyguard to escort it along the way. Yet, on the road, they suddenly encountered bandits.
Por favor, no, no.